Before we set up the integration between Woven and Crimcheck, we need to understand what Woven provides to Crimcheck. Based on your settings, which we're going to look at here in a moment, Woven will provide team members' contact information to Crimcheck in order to process a background check. Crimcheck will then reach out to your team member to obtain the necessary approvals and any additional information that they need. Also, before we set up the integration between Woven and Crimcheck, we should follow the steps in the compliance video to make sure all of our team members' compliance information is already accurate in Woven. In order to set up the Crimcheck Woven integration, we're going to go to Account Settings, Integrations, and then we're going to click on the Crimcheck integration. The first thing that we're going to need to do to set up the Crimcheck integration is enter our Crimcheck partner ID, our Crimcheck shared secret, our Crimcheck API key. Click this box authorizing and approving us to set up the integration and click submit. Once we do that, we will be taken to this screen. Here we can finish configuring the Crimcheck integration. As we go down the screen, we'll enter the email we want to send notifications if there are any errors, emails that we want to send if there are any questionable results, if we want to auto-verify on order completion, we can choose yes or no. This will remove the manual process of having to verify a completed order. By default, Crimcheck will receive information from Woven. It will appear to be coming from the team member's manager. If we change that to no, then we can choose somebody else, if we want them here, to look like the order is coming from. We can also review the terms that we agree to by clicking the link. If we scroll down a little bit more, in the Crimcheck configuration section, we see our API key, the shared secret, the Crimcheck partner ID, as well as the option to set rush orders by default. If we scroll down a little bit further, we get into the position configuration. We need to tell Woven for each position we have, how do we want to handle new hire screenings, rescreens, and any manual orders we may want to push from Woven to Crimcheck. So we'll choose a position. We will decide if it is enabled, yes or no. Before we can make this become enabled, we need to change our days after hire to at least 1. We can also choose which of our Crimcheck packages we want to choose and any a la carte services we want to include. Now we can mark that as yes. For rescreens, we're going to follow a very similar process. The only difference is that for the days after expiration option, we can enter a negative number. So if we want to begin the process 30 days before a team member's current background check expires, we can enter -30. Again, we're going to choose our package and any a la carte services we would like to choose. Finally, in the last section, we have the option to manually push a team member's information from Woven to Crimcheck. We would do this through the background check in position compliance. We can choose which packages we may want to send, any services, any employment verification packages, and any additional services. Once these are saved, we can go back to our Crimcheck details, and we see we have 2 of those set up. We did not click on enable for rescreen, so that still says no. We're going to follow the same process through each position, making those similar updates and decisions. Once we have set up all of our positions, at the top, we're going to click yes to enable the Crimcheck integration. We get a warning message letting us know that we are enabling this and there is a potential financial impact. If we choose to enable the integration, our integration becomes enabled and will start running based on the settings we have provided. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to Woven's support team, support@startwoven.com.